Hello, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about a deck that I have that is really cool, but that there is not very much information about anywhere. So it comes in a box like this. It's a pretty big box, and it's just billed as Tarot, the Ancient Prophecy, and it's got the Emperor card on the front. The back has some information on it. It's a two-piece box, and we'll get into that in a second. The interesting thing that I found about this is that the deck is copyrighted 1973 by Dynamic Design Industries out of Anaheim, California. And the reason that I found this really interesting is 1973 is about the time that the US Games Yellow Box deck is introduced to the market from the opposite end of the country in New York City. So it's interesting to think about like how these images made it all the way to California, because there was no internet then. You couldn't just like log on and Google it and find it. Yeah, I couldn't find any information about the artist at all. I can't find any information about who wrote the guidebook, and the guidebook is really nice considering how old it is. It's way more than just a little white book. But yeah, I think it's really a disservice to that artist that it just is like a wash. Like, you can't find anything about them. And you can't find anything about Dynamic Design Industries, or also on the side of the box, it says Dynamic Games, which I guess must have just been like a little offshoot of the design company. I did an online search for the copyright and I couldn't find that, which isn't super surprising because I feel like lots of decks, like the Hoi Polloi, wrote copyright on their deck, and I don't think that it's possible for them to have been copyrighted because it's so close to the RWS regular, edition. And I feel like there was a time in the world where people just wrote copyright on stuff and never went through the process of like formally copywriting it. So basically, the box opens up, and I'll do a better little walkthrough of the book, but it has like a pretty sizable, the book is the same size as the box. And it's pretty big. So I'll go through that. And then this is cool. It has like a much nicer, I'll get into the cards eventually, but it has a much nicer insert. Like, I don't know why modern deck creators do that stupid little like cardboard shit that just like the cards slide all around. This is like made out of styrofoam, which I get is not exactly eco-friendly, but it really does a great job of protecting the cards. So yeah, it's sad that there's not more information about this. You can find this deck pretty regularly. I see it on eBay. I've seen it on Etsy a few times. Typically, you can get them on eBay for probably $25 or less. I think right now there's one on there that's $99, but I wouldn't bid on that because another one will come up. And I don't know if they just don't sell well and people don't know about them because they don't really have a name. I guess they do, but like, that's pretty generic. So yeah, I'll go ahead and flip the camera and do a full walkthrough because I didn't see any videos on it at all. And it's a really cool deck. So yeah, I'll flip the camera now. Okay, so here we have the guidebook. And it has really cool little information in the front about like the different suits and They're correspondences to like regular playing cards, and then, you know, the elemental sign. And then we have some spreads. Lots of spreads, actually. This one is a 35 card spread, which is a lot. And then this is what I meant about it being better than a standard little white book. It has like, they're black and white, but it has pictures of most of the cards, all of the cards actually, now that I think about it. It goes through the minors first, and then it gives you a description of the card, which is so cool, and then a divinatory meaning, and then the reversed meaning. So then it goes into the majors, and it does the same thing. It gives you like nice little descriptions of what's on the actual card, which is pretty cool compared to other little white books, especially considering how old this is. And then there's the back, dynamic games, and then the bottom is copyright 1973 Dynamic Design Industries. Yeah, so now I'll get the deck. Okay, so we have the backs. They're really nice cream color with this like golden sun design. It's kind of hard to tell, but it's slightly metallic. The cardstock is, I mean, very thin, but it's nice. Okay, so we have the Fool, the Magician. They're kind of glossy. The High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, which is the card from the front of the box, the Hierophant. So they're basically just redrawn versions of Pixie's art. The Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit. Such a nice hermit. I like the purple. The Wheel of Fortune. I like how you get kind of like the sense of like earth and then maybe above earth. Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. Temperance. The Devil. That's a fun little devil. The Tower. The Star. The Moon. The Sun. This is fun. The Sun has like, the baby has like a little, tiny little afro. Judgment. The World. And then we move into the Wands. The Wands, it's kind of fun. They have a little castle in the background. Two of Wands, he's kind of holding the world, which is fun. Three of Wands. Four of Wands is like a little party. Five of Wands. Six of Wands. Such fun colors. Seven of Wands. 8 of Wands, 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands. This one I kind of like because it, to me, looks like this could be an older person. So, you know, a little diversity. Obviously, the whole deck is full of white people, but it's still interesting. Page of Wands has pyramids in the background, so that's interesting. The Knight of Wands, I love this little like jumpsuit he's wearing and his little very severe bob. Queen of Wands, love that little cat. King of Wands, I really like the colors in this deck. Ace of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles, very fun. 4 of Pentacles. Here it's interesting, the hat, it's almost like a graduation cap, and it is the pentacle. 5 of Pentacles. This I like because you see the two people that are kind of suffering, but you see them face forward, which is not standard. So that's cool. And the pentacles in the window are a little clearer. 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. I mean, she just looks so regal with that little bird. And you still have the grapes. 10 of Pentacles. Again, it's the same kind of image, but kind of from a different vantage point. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Again, from a different vantage point, you get to see them from the back. That's another interesting part about the deck. Queen of Pentacles, the little hair is a little more readily available to be seen. King of Pentacles. I like this King of Pentacles because it's very clear. It's not really murky at all. Easy to see. Ace of Swords. The coloration in this deck is just unlike any other. It's very nice. 2 of Swords. The 3 of Swords. So fun. It's kind of like above the rainy clouds. It's an interesting perspective. The 4 of Swords. Again, instead of seeing him side to side, you kind of see him front to back. 5 of Swords. This one is interesting because you can see that they obviously have kind of got into a little argument, it looks like, with this guy who's in the back. He kind of, to me, even though his face is not super clear, he kind of looks like, what do you mean? Like, what did I say? 6 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Again, the colors are just so cool. 8 of Swords. Very traditional. 10 of Swords. I do kind of miss, in the 10 of Swords, I kind of miss the quilt in the traditional, like, US games, RWS. The quilt has, like, astrological signs and planetary symbols, and I kind of miss that because I like it. Did I say 10? That's 9. 10 of Swords. This almost looks kind of modern to me. Like, he looks like he could be in, like, a t-shirt and skinny jeans. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords. This one's fun. It kind of looks like he's exiting a battle. Obviously, has a little blood on the sword. He clearly has, like, defeated someone. Queen of Swords. King of Swords. The colors are just, like, so cool. And then we get into my favorite suit, the cups. Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. I like this 5 of Cups, how you can see he's like on the other side of the moat. Typically in the 5 of Cups there's not really much in the card, it's kind of just like the cups and then him standing there. 6 of Cups, 7 of Cups, very fun little dragon. 8 of Cups, kind of like a little sassy moon. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. What's more fun than that? We got kids in the background dancing, fun little rainbow. Page of Cups. 9 of Cups. Queen of Cups. And the King of Cups with the little dancing dolphin. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Fun little no-name tarot deck. Like I said, not a ton of information about it. You definitely can find it on eBay. Do not spend an arm and a leg on it, because if you're patient enough, another one will come up. They come up all the time. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed it.